Slayers in Hypixel Skyblock. For a long time, they have been very important for many people, to grind better items, to get into certain guilds, or just to get that extra 2 HP. Now today we're focusing on the Revenant Slayer. The tier 5 Revenant is something else, and it takes quite a lot of effort to take it down. And we all know what I think of effort. First, let's take a look at how the Revenant Slayer works. The tier 1 is like a walk in the park. It's almost as easy as stealing candy from a baby. The tier 2 and tier 3 get gradually more difficult, but it's still not a big deal. Then the tier 4 might already be an issue for some people, but if you are in mid game it's nothing. But then you have this insane monstrosity called the tier 5 Revenant Slayer that for some reason is insanely overpowered compared to the rest. The tier 5 Revenant has a couple of special attacks. One of them is throwing TNT straight at you, and you will see the symbol appearing on the floor. So when you are right in the center of this, you can kiss your life goodbye. As a second trick, he can also literally explode. You guys are probably already thinking about necromancy, and you are correct, but there are a couple of issues. First of all, you need mobs that deal a lot of damage very quickly, because after some time the AI of the tier 5 Revenant Slayer gets bugged, and the Slayer will not move anymore, not attack anymore, and will gain massive regen, so you cannot damage or kill it. This means that you need a very strong mob, and this is where the Hypixel Soul comes back in. It has no issue dealing with a tier 5 Revenant Slayer in about 10 to 15 seconds. Now we will take a look at the gear you need to spawn one of these yourself, where you can get this actual soul, and then what else you can do with it. I am the actual real Hypixel from the Hypixel Skyblock network, and I just want to say that only about 5% of viewers for SimplySample's videos are subscribed. And he's also AFK in YouTube rank, so it's actually a crime if you do not subscribe right now. Also, don't forget to join his new Discord server. Thanks. Let's take a look at the setup that we need, and it's kind of pricey, but that makes sense. And believe me, without this setup I would not even be able to do a tier 5 ref at all, even with the same net worth. You need full mythic necrotic storm armor with wisdom 5 on every piece, and also gems for extra intelligence. You could also use final destination armor because of the full set bonus. You need to reforge all your accessories to Bizarre, and you might need to recombobulate some of them. Now one of the most important ones is the Soul Flow battery. This will make sure that you get an additional 400 overflow mana every time you leave combat for about 5 seconds, which is really needed to spawn these strong souls. Then there's a weapon that gives you high intelligence that you can use to sword swap. And last but not least, for the pet, you will want a level 100 legendary she-pet with a textbook because of the mana saving ability and extra intelligence. You will be in your full storm set and holding your intelligence weapon, in my case the spirit scepter, but it might also be a Hyperion, and then you will armor swap and sword swap at the same time. This is a technique I've already showed before in one of my videos. What you will do is go to wardrobe, then switch to your Y set and instantly sword swap and use your ability. This way you will still have the intelligence of the storm set, but you will get the mana reduction of the Y set, which makes it so abilities are only 2/3 of their original cost. And where can you get these souls? Now I would suggest you use my trusted supplier Mikey888. He has several examples of Master Mode admin souls up on his AH right now. So why is this very important? If you cannot run Master Mode 1 yourself, then you might look to AH for some souls, but you never know if they are souls from Master Mode or regular floors, and believe me, there are scammers out there. Mikey888 is trusted and has received the sample seal of approval, because he has been helping me to gather several Master Mode souls for my videos, as well as showing the quality of his items is 100% up to par. Now I got my friend BeoCypher123 to also try out ref swapping with this technique. He is using final destination armor to do his swap because he has a lot more intelligence than me, and once you go above 4k mana, the final destination armor will give more than storm armor. Now let's take a look at him completely AFKing a tier 5 rev. Now if you count it along, that's not even 10 seconds. And if we used boss swapping, then this would be what it looked like. I only have to hit the boss once, and then the souls will take care of it, and I will still get the XP and spawn my boss. So I will not hit it, Bayo will hit my boss once and do the same thing all over again. And because the souls are so strong, this only takes about 10 seconds or less for each boss. And there we go again. Because I do not have Auto Slayer unlocked, I had to get a new tier 5 rev, and by the time I did that, his boss was already dead. That's how fast this goes. And believe me, I haven't killed them in a legitimate way. Now I wanted to show what this Hypixel soul can do to other slayers. First of all, let's take a look at the tier 4 rev. It literally gets one shot, wait a minute? So the tier 5 rev walks along and boom, gets 2.3 million damage. Okay, well, let's take a look at the Sven Packmaster. Maybe it's doing a bit better. I guess not. Well, maybe we can take a look at spiders. Spiders are pretty good, yeah. You might be able to live a bit longer. I have... Oh. Well, at least there's always enderman. But there's also a way to AFK them completely by only using the Hypixel soul. After you get hit for the first time, you will use Creeper Veil and then switch to your Goblin Armor. That way, every time you take damage, you will only lose 10 mana and it will be very easy to keep up with. You can actually completely AFK everything in tier 3 voidgloom. This includes beacons, but also all of the flying heads, which do a lot of damage. And believe me, I've never done a tier 3 enderman that was not AFK like this, because I would literally die in one shot in this phase if I didn't use the Creeper Veil. This method is also very fast because I managed to do about 10 tier 3 enderman slayers in 40 minutes. Now with these souls and more, I'm trying to figure out a way to actually AFK the tier 4 enderman slayer, and I know that it's possible. But right now I do not have enough DPS, and that's why I need some extra people as well. But if you think this is a great idea, don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe, and share it with your friends as well, because I'm looking for some other YouTubers that will join me in AFKing a tier 4. Peace.